One of my favorite bands. That's going to be my new theme song. I'm going to keep it for a while. So hey, the name's McNamer. MC Namer. That's my hip-hop name, by the way. I just when I go out into Seattle, people would call me MC Namer. So yeah, name's Tyler McNamer. I'm the author of Population 1, Autism, Adversity, and the Will to Succeed. I started this project when I was in high school. So when I was about in junior year, when I was just trying to figure out what school is all about and what the people are over there and the students that have changed over the years, all that good stuff. As a matter of fact, freshman was amazing. Many people think that, well, freshman is, you got started and feel like you don't belong, but that's not true. Not in my case anyway, because what I did in freshman is that I kind of expressed my feelings through dance, and the senior students, they loved my dancing and thought, this guy would be the spirit of the Spartans. The Spartans is our mascots. And I would just show off interaction. I would scream and shout and dance. And as a matter of fact, I would even wear a cowboy hat, a black cowboy hat with black and blue street clothes. And then that would be like my general character and stuff like that. And the seniors really liked it. And of course they knew who Tyler is and stuff. They just like it when they see someone with personality or someone with character to bring in some light in the high school. And then the sophomore year came, and then I got pretty sad that the senior students aren't there anymore, because I felt like they were really friendly to me. And I even wrote a newspaper article just saying goodbye. It's also in my book too. Sorry if I gave any spoilers. So sophomore, it was going downhill from here when it came to trying to fit in with a bunch of stuff, like the latest trends and all that kind of stuff. And it was pretty saddening as well, trying to fit in with the latest trends. I'm so behind on the trends. I used to think that VCR tapes fit in a DVD player. That's how far back I am with trends. I'm so behind on trends that I actually thought selfie was a certain term for a seashell. Whenever I look at a photo, I'm like, where's the seashells? That's how, yeah, shelfie. Put that. Hashtag shelfie. So that's how behind on trends I am. And to be honest, I don't really like to evolve on that kind of stuff. I was just mostly on the VHS tapes and the cartridge that you put on your video game system, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't really quite catch on. And many people thought, well, hey, you should catch on and stuff, because, when you don't understand the trends, then you would, well, let's just say that, you appear as, kind of like the dumb person of the bunch, not catching in and stuff. It was pretty saddening. I cried. And, well, it still kind of catches on to me, especially when they think that, he'll never evolve or anything like that. So, it was rough. It was rough, being in high school and stuff. It's no fun. And, so that was sophomore year. Junior year was the absolute worst, because, not only was I bullied emotionally, I was also kind of, attacked physically too, thinking that, oh, this guy sounds weird and stuff. He deserves to be punished or something like that too. I did, whole self-defense thing. I was really good at. I even mentioned on the book saying that, I got so angry, so mad that I started hurting people just for self-defense and stuff. It was no fun. In fact, one time when I was in leadership club, I wanted to go in leadership club because I wanted to. I'm going to the leadership club because I wanted to make school a lot more fun. Fun for everyone, not just on a certain group, not just on a certain grade or anything like that. I just want to make sure it's fun for the whole family, or fun for the whole students, all that kind of stuff, fun for the whole teachers. So when I was in leadership, I wrote down a list in red ink which is my favorite color, by the way, just to let you know. I wrote down a list of over 123 things that would be super fun for the whole school. And that includes, playing poker with chips, eating chips, and even having a talk show in the middle of the lunch area. I would be the host, and some football, superstar would be the guest. I had a really great, can't even say right, imagination when it came to trying to figure out how to have fun in school, because school was basically kind of like my second house. Grade school was definitely, one of the best moments, because it doesn't matter if you're like in the latest trends or or it doesn't matter how, diagnosis you are or what you look different. All the kids care about is this guy right here loves to have fun. Let's help him achieve that. So that's one thing about grade school that I really like. And there's always a certain charm when it comes to grade school kids. Like who cares? Let's all have fun. Just have fun. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do or anything like that. It all goes down from there. And then in the intermediate school and middle school came, and new friendships evolve. It doesn't mean new friendships is bad. I think new friendships is wonderful. But you try. The way I see it is that sometimes people kind of drift off on being happy and carefree sort of thing in grade school, and then move on to more serious and trying to fit in with the rest of the herd. And that's what I think anyway. I mean, I love animals. In fact, when I was a baby, I had like a whole jungle. Everything was all jungle and stuff like that. That's why I love animals. So that's why in the book I kind of did have some metaphors on animals and jungle life and stuff. That's the thing about autism, by the way. I just wanted to mention is that sometimes, just sometimes, autism can be defined as fantasy dominates reality. And like I said, sometimes, but usually that's mostly the case. Like sometimes even even today, I would talk to myself, quoting a movie or quoting a book and stuff like that. And one time I accidentally talked too out loud that there were a whole bunch of restaurant folks were just looking at me, and I was saying, just practicing for a script. Whew, I can't believe that actually worked. When you grow older, you try to find some excuse to escape, and it can be of either a fun way or a personal way. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, fantasy dominates reality. And to me, as I grew older, it doesn't really mean that you have to do that. I like to see it as a balance of sort of thing. You can take some fantasy and then make it part of your reality. And in fact, just recently, a true story, when I was playing a game on my Wii U, my mother, this is kind of fun, I said, "Man, I wish this game was real." And then my mother said, "Then it won't be fictional." That kind of hit me right there, because I was like, "Oh yeah." Fictional and reality are two totally different things, and that some people can't seem to figure that out. Luckily, I get to figure it out sooner or later, otherwise I'd be in trouble. And that's the thing about autism, is that the brain kind of develops in a much different way and stuff. And there's always this kind of scale on 1 to 10. Like if you're low functioning autism, you can't really quite move, and you need help with eating, getting dressed, and all that kind of stuff too. When you're in high functioning, that means you're independent. So you get to do laundry and make your food and do everything that's possible that I don't want to say normal people, because that would be very, very wrong, that anyone else could do individually. the only difference is about having the high function is that your brain still processes differently and you think differently. You have different point of view and stuff like that. Just like the trends. I still kind of try to not try to evolve on the trends, but my dad says you got to because it's business. There's no escaping it. So I'm like, okay. Back when I was a real little, I was definitely not used to the change. Change really upsets me. In kindergarten, I always like to hang my on a certain hook and stuff. I mean, I see that hook every day and stuff. And when that hook is taken, I was like, hey, what gives? That's my hook. Teacher. It took me about 10 years to undergo changes like that. I ain't kidding. I mean, like when the goalpost is down, I was thinking, well, maybe the teacher had it down for a reason. And I saw kids, moving the goalposts. I was like, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. They probably put there for a reason. And then the teachers told me, well, it's okay. They can do that. It's all about teamwork and stuff of the kids doing the thing. It took me a while, and that part kind of fascinates me too. About no matter how old you are, as long as you work together as a team, like moving the goalposts around, I just think that's kind of interesting. It took me years to try to figure out this whole connection when it comes to teamwork with something so simple like moving the goalposts. And it's even evolves even today too. I think that's pretty amazing. So. I'd like to talk just a little bit more about school. When I was in high school, oh my goodness, I wasted so much time and I didn't even talk about the book. Strap on your seatbelts. The year was junior year. Excuse me, I meant to say junior. The year was junior year, right? So when I was in junior year, I became so darn depressed that let's just say that I got depressed, with the whole bullies and stuff trying to, pick on me and do stuff physically harmful and stuff. It's no fun. I wanted to try to escape. Wanted to give up school even, but ever since I was little, I just never want to give up. I just want to stick to it and stuff. You just want to set goals and then kick them in the face. That's pretty much my motto anyway. I've seen so many action movies. So I didn't want to give up school. So in order to cope with this whole depression thing, I decided to bring out a bunch of pieces of paper and then start writing about my feelings. This kind of stuff. I was like, my hand was just more like this. It's twitching, feeling stuff. Everyone's like, "What's going on? Why is your hand twitching? Are you having some sort of seizure?" I'm like, "Dude, you dumb seizures with your head." Hand seizure. There's no such thing, by the way, kids. So I started writing. I wrote, and pretty soon I got up to 100 pages worth of feelings, just on the pencil. And then I was like, I kind of realized that back when I was in grade school, I loved telling stories. I love telling stories, mixing the fantasy with reality. And even mentioning my schoolmates as some of the characters as well in my little stories. So it's been a while since I've actually written, for a long time, since grade school. And I thought, man, this is cool. I kind of forgot how fun this is. It's more like it felt like a decade-long writer's block, in other words. It's certainly incredible. And once you get back on writing, it feels tremendous. In fact, I go to community college, And one of my classes is script writing. I'm an aspiring script writer, and I kind of wanted a good challenge. And so what my professor said, Professor Aaron Drain, he said that when you have writer's block, you keep on writing. Doesn't mean, you don't have to stop. You can write whatever you like. Even complain about writer's block. Complain about life. As long as it's writing, then you'll get the ideas back up again, and you'll start, resume on the story. I thought that was kind of an interesting point that Aaron Drain actually pointed out, is that when you stop, you just got to keep on going. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to make sense as long as you keep going, and then the thoughts will come through. So anyway, the writer's block, all that good stuff. And so when I kept on writing the book, at first it was just mostly about feelings and trying to release it, all that jazz. But when I kept on writing and stuff, I figured out, hey, maybe I could tie this up or cross over with an actual story. Something that's pretty exciting as well. In fact, even when I was writing, I had a good visual of my peers at high school, or peers at grade school and all that stuff. All these little kids that were, at my age at the time. Back in grade school, I viewed them as brothers and sisters. They were really good to me, and I kind of missed that. So I thought, hey, maybe I could write this book and then show it to my peers and saying, hey guys, I wrote this book. Can I join your group again? And extremely sad part about it is that I graduated before that book was even released. No. Because that means I didn't release a book before graduation. So that means I don't know if the kids even liked it or not. So that was extremely frustrating. I wanted to impress 100 people, but now I'm impressing over 100,000 people. Yeah, it's all about the quantity. I kind of like it. It's a strange feeling. Even the word quantity sounds very funny, and I kind of liked it. And who knows? Maybe some friend bought it, and then they start having a little group reading with one book. I don't know that. But that's a possibility, and to me, I think that's kind of a cool image and stuff. Maybe true, maybe not, but at least my mission was accomplished, and I was glad I was able to spend equal amount of time in high school and equal amount of time on the book to make sure I achieve that on the near future. Because right now, even now I go to McDonald's just for my Oreo McFlurry, and I see very familiar faces, someone I've been to high school with that works as the cashier. How's it going, Ford?
Can you supersize that?
You mind if you supersize that for me? And make that to here. I kind of like seeing your face. I didn't really over-exaggerate that like that, but in fact, that just gave me an idea, just for fun. Even though if I sold so many books, I still didn't involve on the trendy thing and stuff, like the latest sports car or anything like that. I do have fantasies about having a cool sports car and stuff, but I kind of like to keep it cheap and go with my 96 Accord LX. I love cars. I mean, cars is one of my favorite things I like to focus on. I would even a long time ago I would just like to collect cars, know what they are and what they do, and to me it is kind of therapeutic in a way. Just going into a car and hearing the radio and doing all this kind of stuff to me, I think it feels pretty good. In fact, one night when I was with one of my best friends named Nicholas, he played some cool dance music and left all the doors open. And then we danced out in the parking lot. Coolest memory ever. I'm not kidding. And Nicholas, he does go to my school, but he was one of the friends that I can truly relate to. I mean, I've been with him since like 3 years old and stuff. He's a good guy. And I mean, of course, not all the people that go to my school are, move on and stuff. There are still characteristics that give them their charm, even today as well. And someday when I go to my book tour, I hope that some of those peers would be at the school that I'm going to. It would be a good motivation, actually, too, seeing them once again and showing off, not showing off, but pardon me? Not showing up, but I mean, be happy and stuff. Remember the good old times, being in a grade school and stuff, but still be age appropriate. You can't blow bubbles on the stage. That's unless if I'm in kindergarten class, then I'll be happy to do that. It's really fun still. That's the thing about transitions on that sort of thing when it comes to. When it comes to change, I even mentioned I'm not really used to change. Hey, that's my hook. No, change is actually quite exciting the more you grow older. Like the transitions from going to a public speaking that goes for all of you overachievers, and going. What's the title called? Achievers. I forgot what's. Destiny Achievers, of course. Bear with me on that one, sorry. So yeah, a group like this to a group of over 600 middle school students. Amazing transition. It was tough at first, I'm not going to lie. I mean, come on, middle school kids. It's, in fact, my dad, he keeps on saying that it's one of the toughest crowds in the world. Yeah, see, even he agrees. And I'm like, all right, bring it on. Yeah, that's I'm the go-to kind of guy. I always love a good challenge. It may be super nerve-wracking and stuff. I mean, for 21 years old, it's still nerve-wracking, going in front of a bunch of people, especially when you have autism. That's one of the main characteristics that a lot of people with autism, has. They don't really like to be with other people, or be with one-on-ones, or be with a group. That scares them because they believe they're socially awkward. That it's like I gotta hide. They don't want anything part of it and stuff. So I'm going to stand up here and say, I challenge you on that. Try to spend at least 25 minutes in front of an audience, and you can talk about whatever topic you like. They're all listening. They can even listen to you when you say that Satoshi Tajiri, the founder of Pokemon, has autism. That game is such a major hit back in the Game Boy era that it's still going on today and making new pocket monsters nowadays. That's what Pokemon stands for, by the way, pocket monsters. And he had autism. And to me, I feel like, it's good to like the game, but sometimes I always like to go in deeper, try to dissect the game itself. Like, who made it? What's his history? What's his personality like and stuff? What made him to make what is now a worldwide phenomenon? So I'm here to tell you in about 2 minutes, saying that, well, I started the book because at first I wanted to impress a lot of people, which is my peers. But then I decided to expand on that and try to make the world understand what it's like to have autism. And to me, I think it's a very, very, very cool accomplishment. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wow, wow.
All right.